Welcome to Body Bags, everyone. I'm your host, HorrorMacabreCrazy, and I'm here to review a movie for you guys today. And today I'm going to review the movie from 2013, and We Are What We Are. So this is an awesome movie. So it starts off with a woman is walking to a grocery store to pick up groceries. She looks very sick, like she's not feeling well, or she's just totally out of it or something. So she picks up the groceries. There's a rainstorm going on. Everybody's, I guess, gathering up groceries, you know, just because they're gonna lock themselves inside to take shelter from the crazy storm that's supposedly gonna be going on all weekend, as the weather forecast predicted. So she comes out of the grocery store, or the general store kind of idea. It's a small town, or it looks like it's a small town, and she gets out. She's like walking towards the truck, her car. And there's like a bulletin board with posted signs like missing persons and stuff like that. So she quickly looks at this one flyer of a missing girl, and she starts kind of her tears start falling, even though you can't really tell, but you can tell she's crying with the rain, right? And then her nose and her mouth start bleeding like this really dark blood, and next you know she's like, oh my gosh, she feels the blood running down her face, and she kind of gathers herself together and she's running towards the vehicle, and then she basically falls, or slips and falls, knocks her head off like I want to say a pipe or something like that. She falls into this almost like a pond-shaped object, and she eventually drowns in there. So this is how the film starts off. So already somebody just gets killed right off the bat coming out of a general store. So at first you're like, we have no idea who this is. Anyways, next shot you have is I think it's a shot over to a family that their dad's fixing like a watch or something like that, and they're looking out the window, and it's just like a regular family's just living in this house, and next you know the father's outside, and the police show up to tell him the tragic news about his wife, I guess she got killed, right? So the father and the family is obviously devastated, and they're grieving. So the father goes on for some days where he doesn't sleep, and he'll freak out at the dinner table or something like that, because he's grieving. His wife just got killed. So they're coping with their lives and stuff like that, as everything, you thinking they're just like a normal family just living day to day, but next thing you know, it's kind of like a slow burn until this part. A bunch of other stuff happen in between, nothing really that important. People are just investigating these missing people. And next thing you know, it goes into the three kids that this father has. His two daughters and one boy. The two daughters, one's 14, and I think the other one's 17. The little boy's got to be maybe 7, 8 years old. So they kind of have to, step up, what they have to do at home and stuff, with chores and responsibilities and stuff like that. And later on, the boy at nighttime, he's kind of wandering around in the house, and he goes into the basement where he hears like a monster, apparently he says, and so he goes down there. It's like this creepy like cave type basement, but and then he stumbles upon this like steel cage door, and as he kneels down to look under the door with a little bit of a gap, excuse me, he just looks under, and then a hand reaches out and tries to grab him, and so he runs away screaming. He runs away screaming, the little boy, and next thing you know, his father catches him, and he tells him, I told you never to come down here. So you already know this family. Okay, something bizarre is going on with this family. Like they have a secret, obviously, and with the missing people that seem to just disappear all the time in this town that they live in, and this weird. So you're like thinking already there's something bizarre about this family. It just has this weird, like eerie, just twisted feel as you're watching the film. And later on, you discover that that they're actually, the family is cannibals, and then they practice the cannibalism. And there was even a book, like a ritual book, how everything's supposed to be processed and cut up. Like that will come up frequently throughout the movie, or a few times throughout the movie. So, and it's bizarre, creepy. Definitely has that kind of like Silence of the Lambs feel to it, in a way, not so much, but it's just a fun, bizarre, twisted movie. Atmospherically done very well. Cinematography is done amazing as well, and great cast. Just well acted. It's just a fun movie, and it was different, like a psychological thriller. It was just a very enjoyable movie, which I highly recommend, and that is We Are What We Are. And it has probably one of the craziest endings I've seen in a movie in some time. Like, it has a pretty twisted ending, which just to almost see the movie just for the ending is absolutely... I fucking love this movie. I can't praise this movie enough. And that is We Are What We Are. Awesome psychological thriller. Just twisted, messed up, but interesting in so many different ways. Yeah, definitely recommend it. And I'm going to go out and give it a 3.5 out of 5 for how much I enjoyed this movie. It's messed up. It's one of those mind fuck movies, kind of, in a way. So definitely highly recommend this movie. And yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you liked my review. And until next time, take care, everyone.